Hi, this is Zak Mir with the Bulletin Board Heroes on Monday, the 8th of July. Starting off with Argo Blockchain, where we've got this rising trend channel from the beginning of May. This is the third unfilled gap to the upside that the stock's seen, so pretty strong momentum there. The first gap through the 50-day moving average in May. Another gap at the beginning of June and one for the start of July. Should head towards the top of the April channel there at 13 pence over the next few weeks. Stop loss at this stage back below 8 pence at the floor of the channel. EVRH, a lot of noise on Twitter over the weekend, and probably quite justified given the technical position at the moment. We had a gap to the upside off the back of that speculation, and could hit as high as 12 pence over the next month or so. That's the top of a rising trend channel from December. Stop loss back below the 7.5 to 8 pence level at this stage. Interesting to see the shares going into a golden cross between the 50-day and 200-day moving averages. Normally the rule is that the strongest part of the cycle is in the lead to or the lead up to a golden cross of that kind. Onto a situation which may just be starting, and that's Greatland Gold. Here we got a bounce off the 50-day moving average at 1.59 pence. We've had sideways consolidation between the 50 and 200-day lines over the last few weeks, and a break higher through June resistance at 1.68. End of day close above 1.68 today should get us, or at least give us a chance of a retest of the best levels of the past, or the year to date rather, around 2.5 pence. So reasonable risk reward trade on this situation. Good bounces for the RSI off neutral 50, which is also a leading indicator on the upside. Just retracing a stock that I covered last week, Occhio Pharma. Here we've still got this consolidation above the 50-day moving average at 1.95 pence. Good to see the shares have managed to maintain above the 50-day line on any retracements that we've seen, so that looks pretty strong. And the target here towards 3.5 pence or even 4 pence at the top of a rising March trend channel. Stop loss back below the 50-day line. The rest of the selection today are pretty strong movers. Extract Resources, although it's got a rather shady history, I would say, as far as the fundamentals are concerned. Nice vertical move here through 1 pence and retesting May resistance. Could hit as high as 2 pence over the next month or so at the top of a rising trend channel from the beginning of November. Obviously, if you're cautious, you wait for that peak there at 1.34 pence to be broken on an end of day close basis. Stop loss probably, you could probably get away with something just below 1.1 pence on that particular situation. On to XL Media, where couldn't resist this situation. We had a sideways shuffle there above the 50-day moving average for a couple of weeks there, going into July, and gap higher through the 200-day moving average at 71 pence. That is normally a pretty strong signal, the gap that is, and minimum target here while we hold above the floor of the gap at 64 pence, as high as 90 pence at the top of a broadening triangle from the end of February. Hopefully hit that 90 pence target over the next 2 to 4 weeks. Finishing off with a win from last week, Zenega. Here we had what looked to be a falling wedge breakout, anticipated, I think, well below 8 pence. We've hit as high as 14 pence today, so pretty good technical result on that situation. Could still hit as high as 16 or 17 pence at the top of this broadening triangle, which has been in place since October. Ideally, any dips towards the 200-day moving average at 10 pence regarded as a buying opportunity, only back below, I suppose, that old peak of 9 pence from April, really delaying or casting the bull argument into doubt. That's it for the Bulletin Board Heroes today. Join me again tomorrow.